till I hit your ceiling. I'm telling you ain't gotta tell me. I get it, 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 I get it. Yeah. With it, I'm 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 with it.
Listen, we back on another great episode of Trill Talk No Cap, where we do a whole lot of Trill Talk and then we do not cap. And today we have a very special guest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably know this guy. He's been putting in a lot of work in San Antonio, you know what I'm saying? San Antonio's own comedian himself, you know what I'm saying? Clifton Simmons, you know
What's up, big baby? It's about time. I should have been on here like 2 years ago, but it was my fault. My schedule was always changing, and it's been an honor. It's an honor to be on this platform.
No, absolutely, man. We actually, you know what I'm saying, very, very happy to have you, you know what I'm saying? It's really dope to have you here, Clifton, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of people want to know a lot of different things, so we're going to get cracking right into it, man, because with you, there's so much stuff that we can talk about. You do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things, so I want to kind of fill people in on what you do and who you are, you know what I mean?
Thank
you. Clifton, you know what I'm saying? One thing that y'all need to know from starters, from jump, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know this already, Clifton is a comedian. He's a very funny guy, you know what I'm saying? I think that he's dope. I think that a lot of his personal life has to do with his art. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's dope when he's up there telling jokes and stuff like that. So I gotta ask you this question, you know what I'm saying? Before we even get into that, let's start with early Clifton. You know what I'm saying? Clifton. So where are you, for those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, where are you originally from, like born and raised?
Born and raised, I'm originally from a small place called the west side of San Antonio.
The west side of San Antonio.
And I grew up a black bean in a pencil bean bowl.
Yeah.
I went to Northside Independent School District schools.
Okay.
And I was labeled special ed.
Really?
Yeah, I was labeled special ed, and back in the day, they called it what it was.
Yeah.
I was retarded. That's what my cousins told me that I was.
Yeah.
And that's what I believed I was, because I was in classes with like different, I didn't realize it, but I just noticed I went from the LAE class
right
to the level 5 class.
Right.
And then eventually I transitioned and went to what we call regular class.
Right.
Like, who told us what is what? Like,
yeah. Back then they just used to give kids a bunch of Ritalin and shit. Mm-hmm. They give us a bunch of drugs and they just be like, all right, get better. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you know, I'm glad you spoke on that, because you know, a lot of people may not know this about the black home or the black community. You know what I'm saying? But like, even till this day, we are afraid to seek help and afraid to go see psychologists and talk to certain people about our feelings, because where we come from, it's frowned upon. It's almost made
a stigma.
Like we make fun of anything that's
you're crazy.
Like depression, going to your cousins, telling your cousins I got depression, like that was funny to them. Like that, like, oh nigga, you got depression, cheer your ass up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like
we had a bit.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I try to you know, preach a lot of times on that now, that hey, we don't need to be afraid to seek that help, to talk to somebody, because just because you go see a psychologist or whatever, right, it doesn't mean you're crazy. It just means like you may actually have no one in your life that you can go actually talk to, and who better to talk to than a complete stranger who doesn't know you and can't judge you off of your past or anything. You know what I mean? Like, if you tell like a family member or somebody that's close to you that's known you for years, right, I could judge something that you've done back then versus somebody that doesn't even know anything about you. You know what I'm saying?
They can't give out information about you.
Right. Absolutely. So, you know what I'm saying? So you know, so you growing up, did you have brothers and sisters? You had siblings?
I grew up as an only child. I grew up at grandma's house, so it's kind of like if I had siblings. So all the cousins
go over there.
You know, got kicked out of their house.
I know what that's like. Yep. Same here.
Yes, I say I grew up on the west side of San Antonio, but my mom, she ran the Davis Scott YMCA on the east side.
Okay.
So I was always in Denver Heights. We went to church in Denver Heights. I have a bunch of cousins on the east side, and so a lot of people would be like, "Man, he doing his thing with the comedy. He got people coming to the shows," but a lot of these people that you see coming to my shows, a lot of them, we grew up together. You know what I'm saying? So I had west side, I had the east side.
Yeah.
So
best of both worlds.
Yeah,
like, really.
I was able to build relationships.
Yeah.
And then with my mom being a program director and an exec director of the YMCA, I would visit all the other Ys around town, and so that's where I got that deep north side love too.
Right. So at what age did it hit you you know, was comedy your first passion, or was you into sports at first?
I would say poetry was my first passion. I liked poetry.
Okay. Yeah.
That was my first. I got in trouble in school. I wrote a poem called Clifton's like to suck women's lemons like nobody's business. I wrote a poem.
Clifton likes to suck.
My cat had kittens. I wrote a poem about my cat about getting pussy one time.
My cat had kittens.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
said I got some pussy, and they sent me to alternative school.
That first saying you had some pussy?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
no, but I grew up. My mom, my auntie, she was a play director. So I was in her plays at the age of 6 years old. So I knew that I wanted to be an entertainer at 6 years old, but I didn't know I was going to do stand-up.
Okay.
We would joke around and say, oh, he's going to do stand-up comedy, but I didn't think I was going to do stand-up. I wanted to be a rapper. Like, I still want to be a rapper. I still have rapper aspirations.
Now, you got some bars and shit where you be, you know what I'm saying, you be holding it down for the Texans, real talk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still got that Texas swang to you, man, when I be noticing you be freestyling this shit.
I think today I would have been a rapper because back when we were about the same age, it was hard to get into studios back in the day. Like now, you could just buy a computer, you know what I'm saying, or there's a lot of studios that are quality studios that we have access to,
Right.
that don't cost that much.
Right.
But yeah, I was like, it was just ridiculous. And then also, I have that down south, Houston, Texas style.
Yeah.
But yeah, hip hop didn't work out.
I done came down, I done came through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
I be noticing that shit. That's dope, man. So that's dope, man, hearing about your upbringing, you know what I'm saying? And also talking about, you know what I'm saying, when you developed your passion for starting to get into the comedy, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like you kind of you knew that you would be an entertainer, you just didn't always know that it was going to be stand-up. You know what I'm saying? What was the first time that you felt that you, like, how old were you? Let's go start with that.
Okay,
how old were you when you first got up on stage to start?
Well, let's even go back further. I was always the class clown. I always knew that if I could entertain the class and make the teacher laugh, make the kids laugh, no one's not gonna really like make fun of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's gonna? He's the cool. You know.
Yeah.
He's
Everybody's
like
cool.
laugh,
Yeah.
And plus, I'm attacking myself too.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. I didn't realize that I was doing stand up back then, but
Did you kind of do that to keep kids from making fun of you?
yeah, like
let me make fun of
I'll
myself.
attack myself, and then I also make fun of everything in the class. I was entertaining.
Right.
But I would say my first time doing comedy, it was at this place called Mama Lee's Soul Food. It's over there by the Glen. I did really well, and like I said, I didn't think it was going to become a career.
Right.
I had got into some legal trouble, and comedy was just a hobby. I didn't have no like dream of being a comedian. Like I said, we would joke about it.
Right.
And got into some legal trouble, and I was like, you know what? They don't do background checks for stand up. And I was like, I'm already getting paid to do stand up, but it wasn't like a lot of money at the time. But I was like, this. I saw it just made more sense. To go harder with it.
You seen the vision.
I seen the vision, and I can honestly say that I'm amongst the 3% of Americans that can actually say that he's living his dream. Like everything because we get caught up into when you get on, or this is an up and coming entertainer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like I've already made it. Like
because you're living your life through your art.
Yes, everything that I want to do, I do. Like I'm traveling to get paid to do comedy.
Yeah.
I got my kids with me at the shows. They're selling merchandise.
Yeah.
I got a fan base now. You know what I mean? I don't even like calling them fans because the beautiful thing about my situation as an entertainer, I don't have a viral video. I don't have a major TV credit.
Right.
The people that support me, I get to really know them and have a relationship and grow with them.
Right.
And they end up having kids and bringing their kids get older. Oh, this is our first date. You was at our, we came to your show. We got to see you become a headliner. And my son is now of age and he can come to the show. It's like time, man.
So do you cater, I got to ask you that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I noticed that, like, and I think this is a unique, and maybe it's me, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's something unique and dope about you, right? There's a lot of comedians who do curse, right? They say all this stuff, right? And it's funny, you know what I mean? But I think that I've been to your shows, and sat in the crowd and like, you know, it's very hard to make some people laugh. I'm one of those people. Like it's hard to like, but every time I go to your show, it's like watching you for the first time, right? Like you're extremely funny, but you don't. But I think I think what makes you so funny is that it's just natural. This is who you are, and you don't do a lot of cursing. Okay, is that a part of your?
You want to know why I don't do a lot of cursing? Is that a part of your thing? Because you see my set, I can get very. I'm one. You know, I do curse, but not so much in my set.
Right.
But it's really because one, if we're recording this, I want to be able to upload it and not feel like I don't want a kid or a corporate company to look me up and they're gonna see the first thing they see is me having cuss words coming out of my mouth.
Right.
And I do cuss on stage every now and then, but I really don't cuss that much. And one of the main reasons why I don't cuss that much is my set is very edgy as it is. And so because if you add cussing with it,
it's like crazy.
Yeah. And plus the way I look. Like I do cuss when we talk, but the way I look so positive that if I add a cuss word, it kind of throws the whole crowd off.
Yeah.
Like, so I look that was just trial and error, just learning that like okay, like there's other better choice words that I can use. Like instead of you know, fucking the shit out of pussy, I could say I slid inside her like a Jamaican bobsled team. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing nasty.
It's the same shit though. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But it's still, I gave you the idea, and so the reasons why I don't cuss is because one, it's really because my set is so edgy that it allows me to get away with a lot more.
Right. Well, that's dope, man. I think that's it's only two comedians that I think of when I think of people that are just as funny without the curse words, and it's you and Country Wayne.
Okay. He's very talented.
I think that you're just as talented though. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I look at Country Wayne, I discovered, it was funny because I told my manager secret. I told her that I discovered Country Wayne before he was known now. Like I remember when he followed me, he had 2,000 followers. I had more followers.
He used to do the skits.
He used to do skits on Facebook and shit.
And he would do collabs with people from Houston too.
Like nobody knew who he was. He had 2,000 followers. At this time, I think I had like 4,000 on Instagram. Then one day he just blew the fuck up. But it's funny because when I was telling her, one of the first things I told her, I said, when I look at this guy, I'm looking at another Clifton, because I'm living in San Antonio, so I'm seeing what I see first. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever was from his state probably seen somebody else first, right? And they were like, but I'm looking at a Country Wayne. You see what I'm saying? Because that's who they see first. That's who's from their city. Mm-hmm. So my comedian would be Clifton, because you know what I'm saying? Because I see that first. You see what I'm saying? Like whoever Kevin Hart, Philly had his Kevin. They had their Kevin Hart. Well, mine is Clifton Simmons.
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? So that's what I feel like you've solidified yourself here in San Antonio. You've solidified yourself as that comedian. You've shown you can headline. You've shown that you can bring out the big names. You know what I'm saying? I think what's dope about you though is that's really also unique is you try to put others on. I think a lot of other comedians have had the leeway or the path that's now they have their name, but they started with doing some shows that you maybe had.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that. I put money in people's pockets.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like maybe you've set a path for people?
I feel that I can give a person an opportunity, and I want that person to not only depend on me to help find them work, but put yourself on. Mm-hmm. No one, I can honestly say, no one put me on.
Right.
There's a lot of people that supported me, and I thank that. I thank them for that, but I wasn't getting booked like how I wanted to get booked. I had to book myself. I took my paycheck money at West Corporation. And I would take that money and I would like book.
Is that a West Corporation episode? Tell them.
Yeah. I literally would take my paycheck from West Corporation.
That's like what, $100 back then? What's it?
It was damn. That was when $9 was like, if you was working a $9 an hour job,
You was getting paid in the
you was
motherfucker.
balling.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, for real shit.
Smoking sweets in the gazebo. West Corporation was the club back in the day.
Hell yeah.
No, I would take my paycheck money.
Everybody worked there back in the day. Everybody worked there.
I took my paycheck money and I would fly headliners down, and I would put myself on the show. But like, you don't know that I'm producing the show,
right?
You just see Clifton on the show, and so after doing that for so long, people are like, "Oh man, he's working. All right, let me book him." And then that was just snowball effect, and then I got a job at the comedy club just so I could be around other headliners, and it got to the point where I was picking up the headliners and taking them around, showing them the city.
Right.
And doing that for so long, when I go to their cities, they took care of me, and now we're here today. I don't even work at the comedy club no more.
Right.
And it's been a blessing. I'm able to take care of my family. I'm able to inspire people. I'm not so much of a comedian. The comedy, I love doing comedy, but comedy is really my ministry. Okay. This is how I minister to people. Okay. Like, people are going to open up more with me than their actual pastor. Right.
So you connected with people. This is a way for you to really connect with the people. And I can tell that's something important to you. You know what I'm saying? You love connecting with people. You love meeting people. You know what I'm saying?
It feels good to go to the schools and the kids are excited.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. I think but I'm saying, like, I think that's what's one of the dopest things about you is you really try to build a connection. You know what I'm saying? In a world, especially now, where everything is technology, everybody's texting. If you at a table with a bunch of people right now, you might see everybody texting. Nobody's actually having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I've noticed that when you're in Bentleys or when you're in other places, you're always walking up to strangers and you're always talking to people.
You build relationships, like.
And I think that's dope. I think that's dope that you still have that. Even want and need to want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't have that drive to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And what and the talent that you have with what you're displaying as far as through your comedy is allowing people to connect with you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, their first comedy show was you. I heard people tell me that their first fucking ever comedy show was going to see Clifton. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew you, because they talked to you, and you told them that I was doing a comedy show.
And that I like that you say that, because once again, like, that's why I call them cliffhangers. I don't even call them fans, because whenever I go to
I like that, cliffhangers. Yeah, I like that.
When I go to the Rio Grande Valley, I'm literally on my way down there. I'm like, yo, hey, remember it's Clifton. Remember we met like 2 years ago when I had the show over here? I'm coming down to your city. Can you bring your friends and your family to my show? I do that I call almost like 50 to 100 people. Yeah. And so they're not coming to see the comedian Clifton Simmons.
They're coming to see their friend.
Hey, I want you to come with me to the show. Yeah. My friend's performing that. And so now I done got like a whole room full of 300 people. And so it looks like, damn, who is this dude?
That's fire.
You know?
That's fire. So. You know, I think it's dope too is a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying, we travel outside of you know, the city. Me being an artist, traveling outside the city, constantly trying to put people on San Antonio and tell them what San Antonio is about as far as the music scene and stuff like that. I think what's dope is like a lot of artists here respect you and they fuck with you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could really play a mediator to a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't know if you know that, but I'm just saying that, like, people fuck with you. And, like, you know, I always wanted to know, because I'm sure other people want to know this, because there's an entertainment is crazy. Like, the shit that might happen on this camera may not be real in real life, nigga. I want people to know that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas get naked. You know how rappers get. Like, you've been around rappers. You've been
I'm a rapper.
Yeah, you know what's up. I don't fuck with him. Boo, boo. And then when they see each other, it's like they having drinks together. They dapping up. We cool. Do comedy have that? Is there competition? Like, is there shit that pops off with comedy? Like, where it's like, oh, this nigga think he funnier than me.
There is like, okay, so you know how I tried to, even though I have a mindset of a rapper,
Right.
I tried to take that attitude that a person would have in hip hop into comedy. It does not work.
It does not work.
I can't. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for all comedians.
Right.
I can't walk around here talking about I'm the funniest nigga in San Antonio. Yo, son. I'm a beast. Ain't nobody fucking with me in San Antonio, son.
Yeah.
Best believe in all neighborhood. I can't do that.
Oh God, man.
I did
On
that.
gang.
I did that.
Because
and when I said I was the best,
yeah,
I wasn't saying that I was the best version of myself. But I had to realize comics don't see it that way.
Yeah.
They took that as a diss. And
Did they really like
and then also, okay, you're the funniest comic in town. All right, go ahead. Even with the audience, oh, you're the funniest person in town. All right, prove it. And I got humbled, bro. So
yeah.
I no longer say I'm the funniest comic in town because it drew ugly, nasty energy towards me. They started coming for me, man.
Yeah.
And
like comedians or people?
Yes, comedians.
You know what I'm saying? Comedians coming on your, come over my dog, man.
So subliminal messages, and it was. I would say, is there comedy beefs? Yes, but as far as I don't focus on what another person is doing. Yeah. Because if I do that,
then you distract.
That energy that I'm putting into what this hater is putting towards me.
Right.
I could have made a couple phone calls to a couple venues, promoters. I could have been working on new material. And so
you could have been doing something else to push your brand and push what you got going on. And me and my father was just talking about that today in the car. We went to my pops. We went shopping for suits today. We went shopping for suits. My mom is retiring on Friday, so we had to get a suit for her retirement. And it was funny because we talked about, my dad was like, all these fucking rappers that you hear today, they talking about in every song, fuck this nigga, fuck these heads. He was like, who are they talking to? Who are they talking about? Like who? Yeah. And he said, especially when you hear with the female rappers nowadays, it's like all these bitches. He's like, who? My dad is like, he come from a world where he from Little Rock, Arkansas. So he come from like the gangbanging in Little Rock area. So he come from like when we say some shit, it's like we know who we talking about. It's like now in the music they have like everything is like fuck all these bitches, fuck that bitch that said this. But it's like okay, but you could be putting a lot of that energy into just making good fucking music.
And you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I had to stop comparing myself to other entertainers. I'm the best version of me, and no one. I can try to like do the whole I'm the best thing, but real talk, my goals are different from other people's goals. Everybody's vision is different. Like who else is gonna do Comic-Con? Right. Who else is gonna do Power Rangers? Right. Nobody else is gonna do that. Right. They can try. You know what I'm saying?
But nobody's gonna come to. It's already been there.
Who else is doing shows in houses? You know what I'm saying? I created my own lane. Yeah. You know what I mean? So me trying to compete with somebody is pointless, or someone trying to compete with me is pointless. Because some of the stuff that I do, other comics probably don't even want to do. Right. And then some of the stuff that other comics want is something that I'm not. That's not even my goal. And so,
what would you say? What would you say has been the greatest thing, and what's also been like? I'm gonna ask a two-part question here. What's been one of the greatest things as being a comic, right? As being in comedy, because obviously you've done other things. It's opened up doors for you to do other things as well, not only just comedy, right? But what's also been the biggest struggle? Okay. For comedy as well.
Okay, some of the greatest things I would say that has came out of comedy is I've gotten to see the world. I didn't travel as a kid. I've seen like a bunch of different states, and I get to take my kids with me, and it's all paid for. And working with some of my childhood stars that I grew up, like, we're now friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? What else? And then using my craft to minister to people. Like, I'm going to be speaking at a prison of 400 inmates on New Year's Eve.
Hey, congratulations on that. That's what's up.
Is to me the greatest thing. I can use it. I can use it as a. I don't have $1 million to donate to your organization, but I can definitely donate my time for free. And y'all can, whatever money y'all make, y'all keep.
And you've done some of these prisons before, right?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Like,
man, I wish I could record them things, man.
You've done a little bit of the prisons before, where. So, like, are these guys that, like, are in for a substantial amount of time? Are you talking lifers? Are you talking...
Yo, you think prison is like... Well, I've never been locked up in prison, but the prisons that I have done...
Shout out to DJ Baby Blue Diamond and everybody on here right now, real quick, one time. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We in here with Clifton Simmons right now, if y'all want to know, you know what I'm saying? One of the funniest guys in San Antonio. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't want to put that on him. We just talked about that.
Oh, no, it's okay. No, it's okay for other people to say I'm the best.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because what it was is Kobe never really actually called himself the best. That's what
other people saying it. Yeah.
So,
but I do want to, before we get more into what the question I just asked you, I do want to say that when I talked about you being endowed in the music scene as well, another form of entertainment within San Antonio, I really love it because you've shown a lot of support, not only to me but others as well, in the music community, and it means a lot coming from somebody like you. You know what I'm saying? When we get those comments, like, you know, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of your comments have really uplifted me and to help me, reach new heights on my album and things like that. So you love to show support, and I love that about you, bro. Is that I want people to really know during your episode, really too, is how much support you really show. Support is free. It doesn't cost you nothing. It can cost you everything. It can cost you your life to hate on somebody. It literally can. But it costs you nothing to show support for free. Like, it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I'm gonna throw 10 comments on your post.
Yeah,
you know
that's fucking fire. And I see it, and I know what you're doing.
If we all did that, if all of us
did that for
10
each other,
comments each,
that's
crazy.
Know
the algorithm would go crazy, and then I don't know.
So I remember you teaching. We were talking about that one time, but I just wanted people to know that.
I just wish if we all did that, it would be cool. But
yeah. For sure.
No, but I really do support. Like, I'm really genuine about it.
No, absolutely.
And I like what you do.
Appreciate
for the
it,
community. Man. It's beautiful.
Thank
you inspire. I'm talking at a school on Friday. A lot of that is inspired by you. Like, just you did it like several years before me. I was like, that's corny. You know but when you uploaded the videos, I was like, wow.
Yeah, this
is freaking dope.
Yeah.
Like, and now I do it and it feels good. Like, it's so therapeutic. There's been times where I've gone stressed out of my mind and the little kids being so lit up off of my energy, it just fixed everything. Like, I'm talking about, I could have went through the worst week ever, but the kids being excited to see me.
It just lifts you up.
They want an autograph.
Yeah,
you know
it's crazy.
I mean? And then sometimes they pull you to a side and tell you about their life and what's going on and what they want to do.
It's truly a beautiful
You planted that seed. One man planted, another man watered, the Most High giveth the increase.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Do you, when you in them classrooms, I know we talked about it, you get that, tell us a joke then.
What I do is...
They always ask me to freestyle, so I know.
So what I do is, I'm here for a career day.
Yeah.
I tell them about my career and da-da-da-da-da, and then I have them ask questions, but I make them tell the jokes. Mm-hmm. I got jokes that I can do, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. And get taken the wrong... If they say it, sometimes they be saying some messed up jokes too. Yeah. So I tell them, hey, if I'll say anything inappropriate, we're going to shut the whole thing down, all right? And so I I produce a whole comedy show. I'm the host and they're the comedians.
Oh, that's fire.
And
that's
so
fire.
that way,
so they get a chance to come
and,
up.
and I do got a few jokes, but like I try not to do any jokes when I go to the school.
Yeah. Because you just never know where it's gonna go with that. Yeah. That's crazy. That's what's up, man. So like, you know what I'm saying? But okay, so tell us a little bit about what's been the hardest struggle for you.
Okay.
As far as like comedian, like something that you felt like, damn, like this is where it gets hard for me.
I would say, to be completely honest with you, one of the hardest things about being a comedian is really trying to build a relationship with somebody, because my schedule is crazy. And I'm focused on my mission and my purpose. And I'm not about to... I've worked hard for this.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I do want to boo. I am lonely at night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's hard, I get it.
As entertainers, well, there's women that want us, but I ain't trying to knock down all of San Antonio. You know what I mean? Now, I can't have people come to my shows because it's awkward and shit. You know what I'm so I don't do nothing. You know what I mean? So I would say that would be one of the hardest things, like, dating life. You can't, it's really hard to date as an entertainer. Yeah. What's another like struggle as far as, goes back to watching other people that either started before me, they just randomly go viral. Or somebody that I might think that I'm better than goes viral, and I've been doing it for 15 years. Yeah, and I'm like, that could be like, I'm happy for them. It's not that I'm jealous, but it gets to the point where I'm like, dang, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, So, but that's really not too hard, but it kind of does mess with me a little bit.
Absolutely. And I think that's in any entertainment. You know what I'm saying? When you see a rapper, I feel the same way when you see a rapper go do something, a little bit further or whatever, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I've learned too that you can't, some people have their time and their moment in time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's like, a comedian like you, even an artist like myself, I feel like when that time comes to extend and blow like that, it'll come also with longevity.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I'm.
And a lot of those guys, they don't come with longevity. It's like an
that
explosion.
That one thing went viral. Now that person has to keep that same thing up, and that's probably it's probably not even that person. So
and you got to look at what did they do to get there. Like, if you were willing to step outside of your character and do whatever you could to get there.
Dancing and shit.
Yeah, that ain't your thing. Now that's what we see you as. You know what I'm saying? We can't see you coming to do what you want to do now. Yeah. Because now it's like, okay. Like, nigga, I didn't know you from that. You know
and so I will say that that's the benefit of not going viral, that when you do go viral, you have all this content that's ready for them. So
absolutely.
Like, oh shoot, this person been doing this thing.
Absolutely. So what's the goal? Like, I know you endowed in a lot of things. You talk about ministry. You know what I'm saying? You talked about a little bit about how you kind of grew up in a church in Denver Heights. You know what I'm saying? Are you really close in your spirituality? You know what I'm saying? Is it a part of what you is it a part of your?
It's part of my like comedy is part of my ministry. My ultimate goal is to.
Has that always been the goal, or did it get more like that as you got older?
Oh no, I almost died a couple months ago, and the Most High was like, I got to do it a certain way.
Okay,
that's the honest truth.
Yeah,
like I started. There's things that I want to do, and then there's things that the Most High wants me to do. And so there's a lot of dope things that I want to do, but the Most High says that's not what your mission is. And so my goal is to be able to use my gift of laughter to minister to people, and I want to be able to sleep good at night. Some people are out here selling their soul just to be successful.
Right.
So, yeah, my goal is to please the Most High.
Absolutely, man. That's dope. That's dope. Hey, big up to my dog Clifton for that. You know what I'm saying?
I know I got a little deep. I'm sorry.
Big up to that. No, that's what we want. That's what we want here at Trill Talk, man. We want to get into.
Trill Talk, no cap.
We in here to get tapped into the real Clifton. This is a part of you giving us a part of you that nobody else has gotten. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or getting. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is what connects people closer to your art. You know what I mean? And that was the whole purpose of the show. We want to connect people closer to your art. We want to bring people, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. If y'all haven't been to one of his shows, go to one of his fucking shows. His shows is amazing. You know what I mean?
And everything I do outside of comedy supports my comedy. Like I'm an ordained minister.
Okay.
I do funerals, baptisms, weddings, and when I meet the people there, half the time they don't even know I do stand up. Some people they book me because I'm a comedian, so they want like a funny ceremony or something.
Right.
But sometimes they find me through referrals, Gig Salad, and when they find out I do comedy, they follow me,
right?
Or they come and they pay to get into the show. So
right.
Literally, Comic-Con, I host Comic-Con, and those people follow me like literally everything. What else do I do?
Do you have do you have a team?
I do public speaking.
Do you do a lot of this on your own? You book yourself? You have a team? You have a management? How, like, if somebody wants to reach out to you?
I have an assistant. Her name is Latasha. She does a lot of my booking. Like, I send people to her. Okay. And then as far as like other gigs, I'm on like Gig Salad, Thumbnail. I'm on. I have for like my acting stuff. I have someone that books like my acting gigs for me.
Shout out to my dog. He can act too, man. He's been in a couple of my videos already.
Hey,
music videos.
Did you drop any? Did you drop the last one?
You know, we did I did the We the Hottest.
Okay.
You know, that one,
oh yeah, you did drop that one down.
Dropped We the Hottest, and then we dropped
Smells Like Late.
and then we dropped Drop. Remember Drop? That was a fun Nobody. That was crazy. Yeah, no doubt, man. Make sure you get at my dog. I also wanna ask you, you know what I mean? What's your like? Because I asked you before. I said okay, you got all these different things that you're doing aside of your comedy, right? What's your initial goal? Like, what's a dream? What's a big goal for Clifton? You know, some people, like, if you're a musician, they want a Grammy, right? They want something to solidify what they've been doing. You know, some people it doesn't really matter. That those type of things don't really matter. What's something for you that, you know, and it also goes to my next question, which is, who would you love to work with?
You know
if
what?
You could work with
when you ask me those questions, it's really hard because I done worked with everybody. I worked with Bob Saget before he died. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
One of my great friends.
Full House. If y'all don't know, Bob Saget is Danny Tanner.
One of my closest friends is Walter Jones, the Black Power Ranger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's true. I met him because of you.
Yeah, so like it's just
upstage.
I'm around a lot of these people that like I've worked with almost everybody that I want to work with. I'm trying to think, maybe Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would love to work with Nas. Maybe.
You want to do like movies though? Do you want to be in movies?
And I feel like I'm kind of already doing some of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, when those opportunities come, but they're not like the ultimate goal. Like if I can get them, because like I said, I do acting. I'm on VH1.
Okay.
But at the same time,
on VH1, let's go.
Everything that I do, I want to be able to continue to remain me. Like I don't want to like lose my soul in the midst of all this. Okay, so maybe if you said like my ultimate goal is to have my own have more of a production where I can produce these movies, I can produce more events, like. Okay. And I own the whole entire thing. Right, so I have control.
That's fine. So like your own entertainment company.
Yeah, my own entertainment company. And you can say I'm already doing that.
What would you call that?
I'll call it Hornsby Entertainment.
Hornsby Entertainment?
Yeah.
I like that.
Hornsby Entertainment. And
you talked about your kids selling the merch a little bit earlier.
My kids sell the merch.
So how is it balancing being a father and being, how many kids do you have?
I have 2 and a possible.
2 and a possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my son, he's 16.
Yeah.
And he's really like watched me grow, and he's very proud of me. my daughter, she like goes on the road with me, and she kind of like was born into this.
Okay.
So everything.
How old is she now?
She's 9.
Okay, 9.
So the thing is, she's a fan of yours.
Okay.
She got all nervous when, you know what I'm saying? She saw you. She likes your music.
That's what's up, man.
Now she likes you though, for real.
That's what's up, man. What's her name?
Her name is Hannah.
Shout out to Hannah, man. Shout out to Hannah.
She saw you at the Lele concert.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember that concert. That was dope.
She's more like, she doesn't know, she didn't see me like fully struggle, or she wasn't aware of the struggle.
Yeah.
By the time she was able to like realize what was going on, I was already somewhat established. So she sees me like, yo, why you ain't on Wild 'N Out? Why you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why this and this? She's like,
she's like on it. Yeah, on it. Daughters be on it too. My daughters is always telling me like, hey, I be like, I did this and did that. They're like, but why you ain't? Yeah, you ain't. Like, you know what I'm saying? It made me feel like, goddamn, like
she started
I ain't doing shit.
Yes, that's how she. But now that she's gone to several events with me, she like respects it a lot more, and I like having her on the road with me. One, because I was bringing people on the road with me. But it's like, why bring someone on the road when I can just bring my daughter and pay her? And also, when I'm not doing entertainment, we're spending quality time together.
Absolutely.
And so, really, for me, that's like damn near. That to me, that's like what's our definition of making it? Mm-hmm. Is it a couple millions? You know what I mean? Like what? Oh, when you get on, you know what I mean? I really honestly feel like I've been booked every week this year.
I used to feel like that, man. I used to feel like that, like making it was about the money. I really felt like that for a long time, and then I guess as I matured, I started feeling like, you know, and as your daughters get older, or your kids, as your kids get older, man, I started feeling like, you know, I always said I wanted a Benz, and then I got a Benz, and then it was like, and then so now I feel like that, like I feel like making it to me personally is just making sure that my kids don't have to worry. Okay. And all my bills are fucking paid. Because I know that's making it.
I know celebrities, like personally, that we all would believe that they are on because of their status, but some of them, they live up to a lifestyle that we both got more money than some of these dudes. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to have that look. You know what I'm saying?
When they spending most of that shit trying to look like that. Yeah. Like.
And then some of these artists that are signed to some of these major labels, they don't really own anything. The company is providing all that for them. Yeah. So
they gotta get that shit back.
And they gotta pay that.
They gotta get that shit back. Yeah.
Do you want to look like you got it and not have it?
Or do you want to actually have it?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a difference.
But back to your question about what's my ultimate goal is to be able to just use my gift to lift the people and get paid to do it still, and provide opportunities for people. And
what you do all that right now?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and
so
if I want to go get a Ferrari, I can just make a few phone calls and say, hey, can I use your Ferrari for the weekend? Yeah. So why would I need to buy a Ferrari when I have access to a Ferrari?
Yeah.
Bro? Like,
that's fire. That's fire.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's dope though, man. I think that I think your whole
I can go to any country that I want to. Like,
yeah. Now, have you been overseas to do this shit yet?
It don't count, but yeah.
Why you say it don't count?
I performed in Israel at a tourist spot, but no, but I wasn't like, it wasn't like I was booked.
Yeah, but it don't matter. You went and you was performed, nigga.
Yeah. No, but those things are not too far fetched. Like I got a spot in Dubai that I can perform at, and it's not too far fetched to perform in another country. Yeah. And get booked and get paid. It's really, for me, it's just taking the time off, like to go to Dubai. Yeah. To go perform. Yeah. You know what I mean? But now you got me thinking, now I want to do that shit.
Nah, yeah.
That's a whole different flex.
No, overseas, yeah. I performed in 3 countries so far.
Yeah,
Like
I was
I
following
did Korea, Africa, and Korea, South
And
Africa, and Mexico.
Yeah.
And that was
Well, that's not overseas, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was great. You know what I'm saying? To be able to go over there and do that. I think that I see you being on motion pictures, bro. I see you doing shit with Kevin Hart. I see you doing shit like crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Who was some of your biggest influences?
My biggest influence was Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Oh yes. Good.
D.L. Hughley has a lot to do with me.
D.L. Hughley. You like him for political reasons?
I like him not so much.
Cause you know he's like a.
Yeah, no, I don't really like keep up with all of that part, but I followed his delivery, his style.
Yeah.
Is what I like.
Yeah.
And he's given me my first guest spot at the club, and he remembers me, and he tried to holler at my mama. You know what I'm saying?
Did he really?
Not knowing she was my mom. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
So when I think of, in 2000, the year 2000, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. They had the Kings of Comedy, right? They had, you know what I'm saying? Bernie Mac, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Steve Harvey. You know what I'm saying? Kings of Comedy in San Antonio. I see you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, are we going off of just okay? Go.
I see you. I'm picking 4 because
All right.
this is High Strong's King of Comedy, top 4, right?
All right.
I see Clifton Simmons first. I see Mac. Got Mac. Man, it's hard.
What are you going based off of?
Just pure.
Are we going off of? Do we want to look at followers?
No. We're not looking at followers.
Do we want to look at booking?
Entertaining?
Do we want to look at bookings? Are you looking at color?
So,
You know what I'm saying? Are you looking at black comedians?
Yeah,
like when you say Kings of Comedy, you're just saying black comedians.
I think I only know black comedians here. I don't think I know any other race comedians here. I don't know any Hispanic or white comedians here. But and that's probably my fault. I want to know you, but I'm saying okay. So give me Clifton would know more than me. So you're mine. That's what I'm getting.
Oh, there's so many talented. There's so many.
If you have to give a top 4, is this asking too much?
Oh no, it's not asking too much. But
I don't know. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Let's play devil's advocate.
My favorite comedians I like to watch personally.
Like top 4
that I
can include yourself.
That I can I'm gonna give you comedians that I can honestly say.
Who you saying
that are funnier than me?
No. But Kings of Comedy from San Antonio.
Kings of Comedy San Antonio?
You gotta include yourself, nigga. You've opened up a lane for other niggas to do comedy. You gotta. Clifton has to be on that Mount Rushmore of comedy in San Antonio.
That's an honor because we've had some great comedians.
You have to.
There's comedians that are the Kings of Comedy to me that they just didn't cross over to social media too well, or they're on social media, but they don't give they go so hard in comedy that they don't give a fuck about social media. So there's a lot of people like the people that are in our circle,
right?
They're just not privy to that are talented, and I would like to name some of these people. This guy named Raul Sanchez. Okay. He has over 1 million views on YouTube, on several videos. He is hilarious, very talented. I highly recommend that you go watch him. He's arguably the best comedian in San Antonio to me. There's another guy named Jay LaFar. Okay. He is very talented, really good writer, very edgy and very dark, but he didn't cross over to social media very well. He still works well. Right. My guy Blair Thompson, he doesn't. He's probably one of the best, but he just didn't trans over to social media. There's this girl named Tori Poole. She does a lot with Texas Public Radio. Okay. She's a female comic. She go hard. I'm trying to think, who am I? And we're down to 1. I know you said Kings, but I had to throw Tori up in there. And I'm being completely honest. I'm not even giving a bias.
No. I'm not
even giving a bias.
These are people I'm gonna look up to.
If I want to be nice, I'll give you my other 5. I just want to be nice and not start like a comedy war beef. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you those 5. I'll give you the obvious.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about if we want to go off of bar for bar, talent to talent, that I would want you to go see and pay you to go see. I'm giving you these names. Man, I'm missing one person that I really, really like. I'm trying to think. Who would be someone that I enjoy going to go see? Oh, well, Clifton Rodriguez. He's my mentor.
Okay.
You know Clifton?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I've heard.
Without Clifton, there is no me.
Okay.
And then I got my 6th man is Bobby Smith.
So he mentored you.
Yeah, Bobby Smith is brought me in the game, but Cleto is okay. So when you ask me who inspired me, even though I'll tell you Robin Williams, D.L. Hughley, I can say Eddie Murphy, I can say all these famous names, but Cleto, he inspired me the most. Bobby Smith, who owns Upstage, has done a lot, but I want to say Cleto has done the most because I can see Cleto. Cleto is from my city. Cleto has a Comedy Central spot. He was on TV. You know what I mean? He has his whole house. He has a family. So that was real to me. And so my theory when I came into comedy was if I perform more than Cleto, I'm gonna be funnier than Cleto. Now, is that true?
Right.
I don't know, but that's what I told myself. Like, I need to be hitting the stage more than him, and by me doing that, I'm gonna become better than him.
Right. That's dope.
So, shout out to
he kind of gave you like a motivation.
I basically gave you the real Kings of Comedy. I might be off with 1 or 2, but
yeah,
though the names that I just gave you are really the Kings of Comedy. Now, if I want to give you the nice, obvious answer, just off of the people in our circle, let's go ahead and go with the Mac, Debo,
Debo,
Quasi, Alvin Perry.
Alvin Perry, okay.
Who am I missing? Jeff Elliott. Am I missing anybody?
Nope.
C. Wayne, Jay Scott.
C. Wayne. Shout out to my boy C. Wayne. I like C. Wayne. Now I like that, man. I like that, and you're so tapped in with all the comics. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Which is really dope. I hear a lot of everything that you're saying when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, that you're very endowed within the San Antonio movement of comedy, right? Which is normal. When you have a passion for something, I'm endowed with the rap community, right? For you, is it bigger than the city for you? Do you wanna or is it for you is like I really want people to understand what San Antonio has to offer. You know, some people, you know, I only can explain this in the way that I know it. There are some rappers out here who is like, I'm the #1 rapper in San Antonio, and it's gonna take every rapper in San Antonio, whatever, right? That's great, but do you see yourself? Is that important to you?
I'm not
or is it important to you to like be like, you know what? I want everybody to know what San Antonio is about in the world based on what I'm gonna present to the world. Because I don't think you represented yourself.
I don't think I represent. I'm not the
like when you step to Big Island, do you represent San Antonio? When you go to these other places in Texas or outside of the state, do you say, hey, I'm Clifton from San Antonio?
That's silly, dog. I'll mention it, but I'm not like San Antonio this. Y'all need to come get some barbacoa and Big Red. I'm not in there promoting San Antonio like we got the best barbacoa in the world. I'm not. We're the third fattest city. you know, we got big houses,
Yeah.
real cheap in San Antonio.
But see, this is what we want to know because we don't know.
I don't do all that.
Because people really take it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, like
what are you representing? Like, nigga, I'm representing me.
to be honest with you, like, we gotta ask yourself, people that you know that got on, they're not really doing all that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you might see them mention it, but no, my goal is to really. I just happen to be from San Antonio. I love San Antonio, but I'm not out here promoting San Antonio like that.
Right.
I'm an acquired taste. Not everybody likes my comedy. Like, there's people that really, really love me, and there's people that really don't think that I'm all that funny. It doesn't bother me. It used to. It used to cause depression because I used to try to be ha funny to everybody. But then after a while, I realized that if they don't laugh tonight, I will still have a career tomorrow, and I'm still gonna get paid when I get off stage. And so, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a everybody comedian. So
which is great for you to say too for any comedian that might be coming up because it could be discouraging to not get laughs, right? I mean,
I can make
comedian work is like harder than any other work I could imagine because it's to not get laughs that has to be hurtful.
And after a while, it don't really fuck with me though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's a group of people that love me. I will say this: like
the first time it ever happened to you, did it fuck with you?
Oh yeah, it did. It was the first couple times it was rough, but when you get to the level that I'm on, I realize that I can if it's a predominantly like black audience, I could do the whole stereotypical black comedy, like, hey, black people got that crazy.
Black people.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been in the stove and seen a white woman with her kids? I can do stereotypical black comedy.
That's funny.
I'm from the West Side. I can do stereotypical Mexican comedy, like, hey, Mexicans drive with no insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I
love y'all, but dang.
No, but I could do that kind of comedy and make them laugh, and I could be appealing to the white people and make them laugh, or I could be appealing to the bougie people and make them laugh.
Yeah,
I can do that, but then that's not me.
Yeah,
and so my thing is, they should have read the bio. They should have had looked me up on YouTube. They should have went to my Instagram. They knew what they were getting before they got the show.
Right.
So when I come out tonight, I'm gonna do the same kind of set that you will see me do in another place. I'm not switching it up.
Right.
And so when you say, I'm not trying to be Kevin Hart, I'm not trying to be Eddie Murphy, I'm not trying to be Adam Sandler, I'm trying to be the best version of me, and I'm happy. I can honestly say that I'm happy with my life, and it could have been worse.
I'm super intrigued, but I'm also I'm also very proud of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that I think this is I gotta tell you that people, it's one of my favorite episodes so far already because I know what this man has overcome. I know what he's done. I know what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Cliff, I feel like that, and I've asked you this before personally.
What?
I've asked you this before. We've talked about this. I feel like that you deserve more credit than you get. But one thing that always humbles me about you, and I'm being honest, this is me being honest. One thing that always humbles me about you, bro, is that every time I've asked you the same question probably the same time like for years. I was like, Clifton, you don't think that you get enough credit for the shit you do? And your answer always is like, yo, like, I do what I do because I'm trying to. There's a way that there's a certain type of you already know your plan. You know how you're moving. You know which direction you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very sure about what you're doing and why you're doing it. A lot of people that do what they do, that are good at what they do, they don't know their purpose. They're just doing it because they're good at it. You know your purpose. You know why you're doing it, and you know what you're doing while you're doing it. That's very important.
Thank you.
That's very fucking important. And I salute you for that, bro. Because a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Some people continue to do the shit that they do, even though it may not even be in their path, because they're good at it. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean that it's your path. It means you're great at it.
Thank you. Yeah, so I will admit that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I organically feel, and other people can feel it too. This is when you know that this person is doing what they're supposed to do for a certain path, is because you can organically feel it. That's why I asked you earlier about, do you look for the fame? Do you look for the stars and the moons and to be on the AT&T Center stages?
If the Most High wants to bless me with that, that's cool. And I've been on those stages, though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like, so if the Most High wants to bless me with that, but I'm cool as long as my bills are paid and
right.
As long as I can still pull a baddie from time to time, you know.
Still pull a baddie? You still getting the baddies, Clifton? I know you like them thick, too. You like them thick. And then Clifton like them thick. All my thick ladies out there, my boy, needs some loving, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this. So let's turn it back real quick. We went back. We talked about the early Clifton. We talked about what Clifton goes up. We talked about, you know what I'm saying, where you see comedy in San Antonio, where you want to see yourself. We talked about the movement that you have, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We covered all bases.
Okay.
Covered all bases that I felt that they need to know about Clifton. You know what I mean? Is there anything that you want to let the people know that, and I want you to really be expressive when I ask you this. Is there anything you want to let the people know that they feel that they should know about you when they come to your shows or when they see you as a person? Because I really want, it's different with other people. I really want people to tap into who you are.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because, yeah, your comedy is dope, bro, but you're a good person. You're actually a good person. There ain't a lot of good motherfuckers out here in the world, you know what I'm saying? Out of 10 people you probably crossed today, maybe one person was good.
Okay, well, I want people to know that I'm a follower of Christ.
Okay.
And I glorify the Father.
Okay.
And I pray every single time before I go on stage that I can use this laughter to help someone heal. And if someone has ever laughed at anything that I've done or said, it wasn't me. It was the Heavenly Father who wanted them to feel good.
That's crazy. Shout out to my dog Clifton, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, this is my dog Clifton Simmons. Y'all tap in with him, man. I was so glad that y'all got a chance to get in tapped in with my dog and see what he's about. You know what I'm saying? He's a very funny guy, man. As y'all can see, he's a real one. You feel me? He's a real one. So make sure y'all tap in, man. This has been another great episode of Trill Talk. No cap. You feel me? We're going to leave y'all out with we're going to take y'all out with some music. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need to know anything, y'all want to tap in with him, make sure you follow his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Follow his Instagram. It's tapped in on this page right here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure y'all follow my dog and go see some of his shows. You know what I mean? Clifton, please continue to do what you do, bro. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you taking the time out to come out and talk to us today. You know what I'm saying? We learned so much about you, bro. I already know you, but I feel like I learned some new shit about you today. You know what I'm saying? It's dope.